Well. Happy Friday morning. Happy Friday morning. I am here. If you're here, let me hear from you. Who's here with me? Today is the Friday before the start of the next part of the journey. I'm inviting a friend of mine on the text to join us. Yeah, if you're here, let me hear from you. Happy Friday. Tomorrow is the start of part 2 of the journey of the challenge. Tomorrow is also the start of the meditation well-being practice in the journey. And unfortunately, that email went out this morning before I even saw it. I saw it right before it went out. And I was like, God, there's nothing mentioning the fact that we meet here every day of the week. So that was a missed opportunity, but we're here. I know we're here, and you know we're here, and you guys can actually spread the word. If you're in the challenge, why don't you tell some people? Devlin, you're here. At least it says you're here. I'm looking. I can't check likes, Devlin. I can't, maybe I can. If I hover over that. Oh, look at that. I didn't know what that did, but I see the likes. I think the likes, though, don't necessarily mean, oh, wow. I had no idea you could hover over these things. So I'm using an app called StreamYard, and StreamYard lets me broadcast it to multiple locations. So it's not like I'm using Facebook Live. Morning, Nancy. It looks like there's one person watching on YouTube. There are 2 people watching on my page. There's 7 people watching from Whole Life Challenge Facebook page. 8 people. And there's Devlin. Hey, man. Dev, are you watching from my personal page? Nancy, I'm not sure what you're referring to. How do we get to what? Yeah, I'm curious, Devlin, where you're watching. But it looks like, yeah, how cool is that? That's very cool. So I'm Nancy. I don't know where you're. Nancy, how would I know where you're watching from? I have no idea where you're watching from. If your comments will show up somewhere. So it's either in the Whole Life Challenge group. Well, yeah, you're definitely on Facebook, Nancy. You're definitely on. There are 2 places this broadcast goes live. It goes live in Facebook, and it goes live in YouTube. But StreamYard lets me broadcast it out to different locations inside of Facebook. So I put it on my personal Facebook. I put it on my Facebook page, my professional Facebook page. I put it out to the Whole Life Challenge group inside of Facebook, and I put it out to the Whole Life Challenge page, which is the public-facing page. The group is only for members of the group. The Whole Life Challenge page goes out to everybody publicly. Nancy, I'm going to try something here. Look, your quote's going live. Your technology challenge. But here's what I love, Nancy, is you're here. That's what really matters. It doesn't matter if you're technology challenged or not. So I'm sure there are more people that are feeling that as well. But I appreciate you guys being here, and but I would love it if you would talk about it in the Whole Life Challenge Facebook group. Maybe we get more people during the next 2 weeks, which are the well-being practice and meditation. Maybe we get more people showing up here. Not that 12 isn't great, but it's it's a long shot from a billion, right? So it'd be great to have maybe 20 people show up. Anyway, let's get down to business, because we only have a limited amount of time, and we're here for one thing, and that is meditation. Nancy, that's hilarious. That was a secret test. Where are all the Nancys watching from? How many Nancys are there? I wonder if there are 3 Nancys? Really? Oh no, 2. I see 2 Nancys. No, 3 Nancys. How random is that? Of the 15 people that come to this, there are 3 Nancys. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. Let's everybody get yourself into a place where you're ready to meditate, sitting up nice and tall, in your chair, on your couch, on the floor. Nice and tall in your spine. Let go of this conversation and the fun that we're having, because now it's time to find that space. And we're just going to clear. Morning, Mylin. All right, here we go. And close your eyelids or leave them open just slightly so you're looking through your eyelashes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, so we're starting with just some breathing to pull us into the fold of our natural body rhythm. There's a pace that when you shut off all of the outbound communication and you shut off as much of the inbound barrage from the world as possible, there's a space you come to. That's the start. That's like the entry point to this place that we're looking to cultivate through a meditation practice. Being willing to just stop and sit down. That's the start. That's like the iron gate that the Zen student goes to rap on, this big massive door, and the Zen teacher won't let him in. Day after day, that Zen student sits and waits for the door to open, just testing the resolve of that student. That story, for me, is about showing up. What's your willingness to show up in spite of not necessarily seeing results? Not necessarily even getting to, for that Zen student, not getting to be with his teacher. So as we shut down those systems and we start to connect with our natural rhythm, we can use the physical slowing down to pull us into a different state. Slowing down our breath. Connecting. Once you're at the door, the next step is to slow down the thoughts, or to just start noticing the thoughts. thoughts. Now that is a lovely sound that brings us right into the present. What is that? Hey, I'm gonna go shut my door. It's too much for me. All right, so we're in that space. The image I always get, I love the Pixar movies, and the movie Up is it's really the journey of a little boy and an old man. And the old man, at one point, his house, he flies away with his house, but he does it by attaching about 20,000 helium balloons to the house, and it lifts him up in the air, it lifts the whole house up in the air, and takes him for an adventure. So I always like to picture my thoughts. I circle them either with a bubble or with one of those balloons. And then my goal is to let each balloon, rather than them pulling on me, I'm going to stay anchored to the floor, to the ground, to the earth, while I let the balloon take that thought away. With grace, with ease. It's very easy to get attached to our thoughts, because our thoughts generate feelings, aka emotions. And those are like hooks, like barbs on a fish hook. And they do a really incredibly good job of hooking us. I'm just trying to think of a better word. But they do a great job of hooking us, and we can't get unhooked. But we can actually get unhooked. If you trace back whatever that emotion or feeling was to a thought, and you stick that thought into a balloon and you let that balloon just float away, I guess you could even let the emotion float away. If you do that enough times with enough thoughts, what you'll be left with is nothing. That's where you have the ability to access your own inner wisdom, your own inner power that comes from no one else. Your voice. Unwavering, immovable, because it's yours, it's uniquely yours. Uninfluenced and unencumbered. Except from spirit, or God, or whatever you believe. All right, I've gone a little bit long. We're going to keep going for one more minute. Bring yourself back into the silence, into your breath. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Open your eyes up. Let the light in. I have no idea what that sound was. I've never heard that sound outside my house before, outside my door. But it sounded like somebody was grinding their disc brakes, dragging them like along the street. I don't know what that was. Of course, it hasn't sounded again since then, and probably won't again today. Who the heck knows? I do have homework for you guys. So I recorded a Facebook Live conversation yesterday, Facebook Live and YouTube conversation. You can find them in the Whole Life Challenge group. You can find it on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. But the conversation was with Brian McKenzie, and we talked about breath. And it's a fascinating conversation. And because you guys are all practicing a version of breath work, this is really a version of breath work, in addition to the mindfulness component, it would be a really good conversation for you guys to listen to and check in with. So go to our, I should probably just put it up here. Let's see if I can do that. Hold on, let me find it. I'll give you the link. I'll give you the link. Should have been more prepared. I need an assistant. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Copy link. Copy link address. Look at this. Boom. There it is. So go watch that video. That's your homework for the weekend. And then I want to hear what you think on Monday. Well, wait. I'm back tomorrow. I'm back tomorrow at 7:30. So 7:30 tomorrow, 8:30 on Sunday. Sunday's tentative. Monday's tentative because of Memorial Day. But if I can't, you guys will know, because you won't see a Facebook Live going live. But I'm going to do my best to be here on both days. So namaste, Michelle. Namaste to all of you. I just learned the meaning of namaste. It's something like something about seeing the God in me sees the God in you, or something like that. It's beautiful. So I hope you guys have a great day, and we shall see you tomorrow for sure, and then maybe Sunday and maybe Monday. All right, see you guys.